Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a minute and I'm so excited to be back. Guys, today I'm going to be doing the UK black girl makeup. You guys know that this has been trending for like 3 years, but I've never actually tried it. So this time round I decided let me try it. You've probably seen a short video on this UK black girl makeup that I did, but you know me, I do not gatekeep things, so I'm going to teach you how to do the UK black girl makeup. This has trended for a while, and right now as usual, we always start with moisturizer. I've just moisturized my face with the Garnier Sakura Glow Hyaluronic Serum. Now this has 30 times hyaluronic acid and it's really good for my skin, especially like if you're in your 30s. And then now we are going to do our eyebrows as usual. And what I normally do with my eyebrows is that I just fill them in with a black pencil because they are sparse. I have very sparse eyebrows and I'm not going to lie about that. If you have sparse eyebrows like me, make sure you shape them fast, try and trim them fast, and then fill them in with a black or dark brown pencil. And then for the next step, we are going to highlight our eyebrows, and in this case make them pop against our skin tone that is also brown, so that the eyebrows might be invisible. So what we are going to do is that I'm just going to apply the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer above and below my eyebrows. This helps make the eyebrows pop against your skin. And then I'm just going to use a brush to blend all that out, and I'm dragging the excess concealer onto my eyelid because we will also need to apply some concealer as eyeshadow primer on our eyelids. Now once that is done, I'm just going to use this Rimmel brow gel, and it's a clear brow gel, so I'm just going to make sure that I apply it lightly on top and then pat it in with my finger and let it dry. And then I'm just going to take this beauty blender. It's a damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to make sure that I buff in the area, make sure that the excess concealer is no longer on my skin before I apply my makeup primer. Now this primer is by Makeup Revolution. It's the pore filling primer. It's a pore filling primer. So I'm just going to dab a little over my face, and then I'm just going to lightly apply it over my face because we don't want the makeup primer inside our skin. Our makeup primer is not a skincare product, therefore it shouldn't be getting into your skin, deep into your pores. So I just apply it lightly. I don't rub it over my face as if I'm applying moisturizer. Don't do that. That might cause flare-ups from acne and all that. It might block your pores because, as I said, makeup is not skincare. So I'll just lightly dab it over my face. And then now I'm going to go in with this color corrector by LA Girl. It's an orange color corrector, and I'm just going to apply it in the areas that I feel have dark shadows. You can also apply it on dark spots if you have dark spots. So I'm just going to dab that in with a little brush and make sure that it is evenly blended into my skin. You also don't want a layer of red or orange on your face, so make sure that it is blended into your skin tone. I'll also definitely go over that with a beauty blender and make sure that everything is nicely blended in. Now for the foundation, we're going to mix 2 foundation shades as I showed you earlier in the video. I've mixed the Rimmel Kind and Free Skin Tint, and I'm also going to mix it with this Maybelline Fit Me foundation. And I love that combination because the skin tint is a bit light. It's supposed to be a really lightweight coverage. It's just supposed to be a skin tint. And the shade was Mocha. For the skin tint, I used the shade Mocha, which is the Rimmel Kind and Free. And for the Maybelline Fit Me, I used the shade Cappuccino, which is a bit lighter than my skin tone. So those two created this beautiful shade that is almost my skin tone. It's very rare for you to get a foundation shade that is your exact color because your skin also just doesn't have one shade. It has multiple shades. so it's really hard, but you get the closest shade possible. And then now for the UK Black Girl makeup, this is the defining feature of their makeup, the concealer. When it comes to brightening their under eyes, they go bright. I mean bright. So basically, although this is like somewhat the perfect concealer for my skin, because it's not very light for my skin tone, but I will use a lot, because with UK Black Girl makeup they do use a lot of concealer. I'm sure concealer shades in the UK are the concealer prices are off the charts, and if you have a concealer brand in the UK, you're making a killing, because just look at the application method. Now, I did do a lot of research on various social media platforms for me to get this Black Girl, UK Black Girl makeup look. I did do a lot of research. So they do actually apply their concealer like this. I know it sounds crazy, but they do. And maybe they're onto something. You never really know. So I'm just going to dab that in with a flat brush. Dab. And then after dabbing it in, of course, I'll go in with a beauty blender and make sure that everything is nicely blended into my skin. Now, I'm not a fan of contour because of my face shape. My face is kind of like long and skinny with prominent cheekbones, so I rarely do contour, because the purpose of contour is to sculpt your face. I think I already have a sculpted face, but for this case we're just going to do it, and I'm just using an LA Girl concealer. It's in a really dark shade, so it acts as contour, and I'm just going, it's not that dark for my skin tone, but neither is it that light. Could even pass as a foundation shade for me, but it still works as a contour shade on my skin, as you're going to see. I didn't want a really dark contour because, as I said, I have a fairly sculpted face, but for the UK Black Girl makeup you require contour, and that's why I had to contour my face. So we're just contouring using this LA Girl concealer. I believe this was the shade Cocoa, if I'm not wrong. I'll correct it in somewhere in the video if it's wrong, but I believe it was the shade Cocoa. And I'm also going in with a brush just to sculpt my nose. In case my nose contour looks crooked, I've said in several videos that I broke my nose, so it's my nose that is crooked, not the contour. And then we are, again, the UK Black Girl makeup, as I said, if you have a concealer brand in the UK, you're making a killing. So right now, this is the second part of highlighting our under eyes, and we are using a concealer again, and I used the Rimmel Kind and Free concealer in the shade Tan. And then now that powder that you've just seen me showing you, yes, it's almost over, but what can we do? The economy is bad. Now we are going to apply that Maybelline Fit Me powder on the just set the areas that I've applied the concealer. Now for the UK girls, they use a banana powder or a very yellow based powder to set their under eyes, and that will be the difference with this makeup, because I don't have a banana powder. I just have like this normal colored brown setting powders, but it will still have to do. And then now we're going to go in with that dark brown shade as eyeshadow as our face set. So we are not going to remove the face powder that we've already put on our face. So as our face sets, we're going to do our eyeshadow. And for eyeshadow, I've just used that dark brown maroony shade, because with UK Black Girl makeup, the makeup is a bit neutral. It's neutral. The eyeshadow is neutral. So their main focus is basically the really bright under eyes, which you've just seen me doing. I think I could have even gone brighter, because that brightness is not contrasting on my face. But for eyeshadow, as I've said, keep it simple, different shades of brown. So I've gone with the dark brown on the outer corner of my eyes, a medium brown on the center of my eyelid, and a really light brown in the inner corner of my eyelids. And then I'm just going to go in with this Maybelline kajal, black kajal, and I'm just going to like line my waterline with it. And then we are going to go in with an eyeliner pen, a black one, And we are also going to like tight line our waterline and also create a very small wing. And then after that, put on false lashes. And I think our eye look is done for the UK black girl makeup, because they don't do much with their eyeshadow. Everything is about their bright under eyes. And then after that, I'm just going to put a little bit of dark brown eyeshadow below on my lower lids. Another defining feature is their lips. As you guys will see, they normally have like big pouty lips that are glossy. Now I also have big pouty lips. I'm an African. So essentially I normally what they do is that they line their lips with a dark brown pencil. I normally line my lips with a black pencil, but it could be too much for the UK black girl, so I did a dark brown pencil. And then I'm just going to use this nude Maybelline Sensational lipstick, and then line it again with another pink Maybelline Sensational lipstick. Now I love this lipstick with this look. It's the shade, not Mango Tango, it's the shade, I'm going to put the shade name somewhere in the video. Then I just pat it dry with my finger and make sure that it's dry, and then apply another layer of the Maybelline Sensational lipstick. They essentially do like some type of nude look, but they create like two-toned lips. And then there's some who do have naturally two-toned, lips, but not everyone has naturally two-toned lips, so they do make it two-toned. And then I'll remove the excess powder before I proceed with the final step of the lips. So I'm just going to brush with that big brush and remove the excess setting powder that I'd used to set my under eyes to make sure that they're bright. As you can see, my face is usually really sculpted. There was no need for all the sculpting, but with UK black girl makeup you do have to sculpt your face. And then I'm going to put on blush, because it's also a defining feature of the UK black girl makeup. They do use a lot of blush, and they use it to make their cheekbones more prominent. So you won't apply your blush on the apple of your cheek, but you're kind of going to drag it along your cheekbone, as I'm doing. And I've just used a Boohoo Beauty blush. It was a really cheap blush, about £1. I think I literally bought it at £1, but it does do the job. So I'm going to just dab it lightly, because I already have a full face of makeup. And then afterwards, I'm going to apply a little bit of powder blush on top, just to make the blush pop more. And I'm using a Makeup Revolution blush, just a normal pink blush. And there we have it. They normally drag it along their cheekbones to make it more prominent. And then afterwards, I'm just going to, do a little bit of finishing touches. And then, as we said, their lips are normally so glossy, so we cannot fail to apply lip gloss on our lips. But before I apply the lip gloss, what I'm doing is that I'm just going to highlight my nose, and I'm using a NYX liquid eyeshadow. It's supposed to be a liquid eyeshadow in the shade Wow Cacao, but I'm just going to use it as a nose highlighter. And then I'm using a NYX highlighter in the shade Golden Hour. And then I'm just going to use this Makeup Revolution lip oil. I think it was I Heart Revolution lip oil. It was really affordable, but smells really good, and it also creates a really nice finish. And I've just